From screams of terror to screams of frustration, there's a lot that could spook Jenna Ortega on the set of Scream 6.
Because I had no connection to Hollywood or the industry or anything like that, I was told I could only do commercials.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've got some good commercial experience.
But what really defeated her is definitely not what you'd think. Here's everything we know. Filming the new movie has been anything but smooth sailing. Imagine being on the set of a slasher film and feeling like you've been hit by a truck, both physically and mentally. It's tough being an actor, but Jenna Ortega, the leading lady of Scream 2022, is a total badass. She's coming back for the 6th installment alongside some other amazing actresses like Hayden Panettiere, Melissa Barrera, Samara Weaving, and the legendary Courtney Cox. Looks like these ladies are ready to slay both on and off screen. And when you're filming a movie this big, you expect some challenges. Believe it or not, the most challenging aspect of making Scream 6 had nothing to do with the actual filming. Nope, it was all about the drama behind the scenes. You know what they say, sometimes the real horror is happening off camera. During a filming break, rumor has it that David Arquette gave the Scream 6 crew some Bob Ross painting lessons on set. How cool is that? Unfortunately, Jenna Ortega missed out on the fun and was left feeling totally defeated by the fact that she couldn't attend.
Before I took on the role, I had actually only seen the 90s films, so that was my only familiarization, and I'd been compared to Wednesday my entire life. We're told that we're both, very sarcastic and dry and can be a bit morbid at times.
I mean, who wouldn't want to learn how to paint happy little trees with Dewey himself? Jenna Ortega had nothing but kind words for David Arquette, describing him as a little angel of a person, and she proved herself to be a true trooper when she appeared on the Hot Ones segment of the First We Feast YouTube channel.
All right.
Sweet. Little baby. Baby wing.
In this fiery interview, celebrities are asked tough questions while eating hot wings with increasingly spicy sauces. Talk about putting your taste buds to the test. According to Jenna Ortega, she unfortunately missed out on David Arquette's Bob Ross painting lessons because she was working during that time. She felt completely defeated about it, which goes to show just how much fun everyone was having. And she had nothing but praise for David. Apparently, he gave painting lessons to the entire cast, and the green room was filled with beautiful paintings as a result. Talk about a cool cast bonding experience. On that note, it looks like Jenna Ortega is one tough cookie. Not only has she survived a run-in with Ghostface in the Scream franchise, but she's also proven that she can power through COVID and take on the hottest devil wings on the latest episode of Hot Ones. She managed to conquer the Scoville scale without even breaking a sweat. It's pretty impressive if you ask me.
Because you're expressing yourself the best you possibly can to give people that rush of adrenaline, and as somebody who loves horror and has been a fan for a very long time, that's another part of it too. There's a love behind it.
You know I have to ask, what can we tease for Scream 6?
What I will say is Ghostface gets a lot more intimidating.
Seems like Ortega can handle just about anything that's thrown her way, and we can't wait to see what she brings to the table in Scream 6. Host Sean Evans has interviewed some pretty impressive guests, but Ortega's ability to handle the heat may just make her one of the coolest cucumbers he's ever met. She confidently tackled all 10 wings without flinching, all while chatting with Evans about everything from her role in Wednesday to her upcoming appearance in Scream 6. And it seems like scaring people has been a lifelong passion for Ortega, which makes her the perfect fit for the Scream franchise.
Hit all the organs I missed last time.
We can't wait to see what kind of scare she brings to the screen in the upcoming film. Even though she missed the painting masterclass, she's got the Hot Ones challenge under her belt, which is pretty impressive in its own right. Hopefully there will be more chances for Ortega to learn from Arquette in the future. Who knows, maybe they can even collaborate on a painting inspired by the Scream franchise. Now that would be cool. Speaking of Scream 6, let's look at what the movie's looking like. So apparently, our beloved slasher franchise is back in action after the killer success of its 2022 requel. And get this, unlike the long wait we had between the third and fourth movies, and then between the fourth and fifth, we didn't have to twiddle our thumbs for too long for the next installment. How cool is that?
Did you miss me?
He's gonna keep
coming after us. Maybe he gets to win this time.
Ready for more slashin' and dashin'? Yeah, the fifth one came out in January 2022, and boy did it make some serious dough at the box office. I mean, it was so successful that they greenlit the sixth one the very next month. Can you believe it? So what do we know about Scream 6? Well, not much yet, but we're keeping our ears to the ground for any news. Stay tuned, my friend. As of now, the plot of Scream 6 is still up in the air. We don't have any concrete details yet, and it's all just guesswork at this point. But hey, that's nothing new for the Scream franchise, right? I mean, they never really give us an obvious setup at the end of each movie. It's always a guessing game, which is part of what makes these movies so thrilling. So let's just sit back, relax, and wait for the next bone-chilling installment to come our way. While that was for the plot, we do have some news about the cast. So there's been some speculation about the role of veteran characters like Gale in Scream 6, especially with Sydney's absence. But according to a fandom interview with one of the filmmakers, Bertinelli Olpin, it sounds like they'll still have an important part to play. He mentioned that they see the new cast members as new people in the family, and that they'll do whatever is right for the next movie. I'm curious to see how they'll balance the old and the new in this one. It's always a tricky thing to pull off, but if anyone can do it, it's the Scream team. So it's pretty much a sure thing that we'll be seeing a lot more of Sam and Tara Carpenter in Scream 6, especially considering Sam's connection to the original film. But what about the plot and themes? Well, if the fifth movie is any indication, we can expect some meta-comedy that pokes fun at modern horror tropes. The last one went after requels, obsessive fandoms, and elevated horror. So what's left for Scream 6? Who knows, but maybe they'll tackle requel sequels, although they'll definitely need to come up with a better name for that. Whatever they have in store for us, I'm sure it'll be both hilarious and terrifying, just like the previous movies. Can't wait. On that note, when's the movie coming out? Well, spoiler alert, great news for all the Scream fans out there. Paramount announced that the release date for Scream 6 has been moved up from March 31 to March 10, 2023. That's right, we get to see Ghostface back in action a whole 3 weeks earlier than we thought. I don't know about you, but I am counting down the days until we get to see what kind of terror and laughs this movie has in store for us. Get ready, folks, it's going to be a wild ride. It looks like we might be entering a new era of Ghostface with the shortest gap between Scream movies since the first and second films. Who knows, maybe this is the start of a new golden age for the franchise. As fans, we can only hope so. It's always exciting to see new installments of our favorite horror franchises, especially when they're done right. And if the success of the recent requel is any indication, it seems like the Scream team knows what they're doing, so let's cross our fingers and hope for many more thrilling and hilarious Scream movies to come. And that's all I had to say about Ortega and her missed Bob Ross class.